Yo, what up guys, welcome back to a new video. Thank you so much for the support on the last one with small oil. Just want to say there's some sick tricks on large oil that I'm going to show you guys, so let's get into the video. Alright, so we're going to start off with how to push large oil or how to counter it, right? Assuming there's no scientists. So you're going to come up from the front and you're essentially, that's the only way you can do it. Now the important part is when you get up the stairs, right? You want to do this as fast as possible because they can shoot you from the top from those ledges that are peeking out. But instead of going up those stairs there, you're going to go to the left and cross this little beam here and go up the other side of the stairs. This way, they'll have to rotate around the oil rig, and there's really no chance of you getting shot in the back at this point. So my first spot that I normally go is just up these stairs here and then to the left, and I'm going to go up to the same spot that I take large oil with bows, essentially, since this spot's going to give you a lot of mobility, going to give you options when you start to counter. Once you climb these pipes and you're up here, you have so many options. You can either go through the vents or do whatever you want to do. Now up to the second part. You're going to climb these same stairs and instead you're going to go up to the right. Now you're going to go through these vents here just so you don't expose yourself to the roof. This is a great way just to stay hidden and kind of mask your movement. Instead you're going to come up these stairs here and you're going to walk around this railing right here. And then you're going to make that jump and jump into the vents. Now once you're in the vent system, the PvP is all yours. The rest of countering is just your skill and your knowledge of the rig. Alright, the final way that you can really get on rig and put yourself in a position, you've probably seen HJun do it, it's landing the heli on top of that silo in the middle. Now I'm not a huge fan of this for multiple reasons. One, if you don't hit your shots, it's super easy to get pinned and you're rather exposed. As you can see here, there's pretty much from every spot you can get hit, or if they have a GL, you're just done anyway. Alright, now, so let's get on to some defense. Alright, so this is so broken, guys. You guys better drop a like just for this tip. So at the bottom, if you climb one of those rafters, this is something I've found myself, you can walk around the side of oil, or the side of like the inside, right? And then you can get on this tank right here and watch that downstairs climb up. And it is so hard for them to see you. If you have a silencer, it's essentially GG. They have to push this where you have a perfect peek on them. And yeah, it's just so broken. I'll show you guys what it looks like from the bottom. Essentially, if you're getting silenced, you have no reason to be looking up there. You're going to be looking around. You're going to be looking higher to see where the peaks are. And this spot is so broken. I've literally 1v8'd kids pushing large oil just from that spot. All right, on to the next spot. On the third floor, there are these rafters that you can peek out on. They're pretty good. Although you do expose yourself, so I'm not a huge fan, but they're always an option if you do want to get a peek on the lower part of the rig. All right, so next part, up here, this is the spot I like to use. It's a good way to hold the staircase since you're going to be shooting them from behind. You can just use that jump up I showed you there. Now, if someone gets there, though, this is a way you can get them out of there and watch the rest of the rig. I like this. It's on the fourth floor. You can essentially watch the stairs there. And also, if you drop down here, you can watch the bottom. Now, I'm not a huge fan of dropping down there since it does put you in a kind of weird position. But once you're up here, you also have access to the roof. As you can see, I can shoot that previous spot I was in. So if you just jump up these tanks, you have access to the roof. And assuming they're pushing the main stairwell, you can also put yourself in the position here to watch that stairwell, to watch everything down there without them knowing. All right, on to the next spot, boys. So coming down here, this is so broken. It's a glitch. I really hate it, but I've killed so many people from this. This window here looks 100% solid, but you can shoot through it. So you can watch both of those stairways right there and essentially shoot people through something that they don't think they can get shot from. It's basically a see-through wall that you can shoot through. It's super broken and no one ever expects it. All right, so another spot that I like to hold on a different part of the rig, mind you, always be rotating through these different spots. Never hold just one spot since that'll allow them to essentially pinch you. But right here, if you look down, they can't see your head, and you can essentially watch that entire part of the rig. There is also these spots inside the crates. You kind of blend in. And if you want to watch this stairway, right, you can get behind them here, and no one ever checks that. They don't think there's any way to actually shoot you from the back. But, all right, and you can also do this, mind you, from the green card room, although that kind of traps you in there since you never want to be in a room defending yourself, since you will get pinched, and odds are you are going to die, either to nade damage or just purely getting overwhelmed. One good thing about this, though, is you can rotate out to the vents if you are holding those spots. And as I've said before, the vents are just broken. Once you get in there, you pretty much disappear if you play it right. A similar spot to this is above the blue card room. You can look down and people can't see you, but you can also cover both of those staircases at the same time. I really like this. It's actually, I like that spot a lot, although you can get pinched if people come up both the stairways, so I'd be careful. All right, on to a game-breaking bug. So this is just so stupid. I've used this to wipe entire groups. If you bring a Rahib, right, in between these 3 or 4 posts that go down into the water, right, you just have to launch the Rahib off the post that's essentially off the little blocker right there. And if you get it stuck anywhere, you can get it stuck in the ocean. Essentially, all you need for this tactic to work, right, you need to be able to press E on the Rahib from the water, right? So I'm testing it right here. And so now that I can do that, I swim down all the way, right? You're going to need your scuba stuff for this. That is the only downside. But I swim all the way down. And once I'm at the bottom, you can see that these pipes here don't actually touch the ground. So you can just get under them and hold the space bar and you'll go straight up. And this way, you're entirely invisible to everyone since they can't shoot you through the pipes, right? So you can essentially watch for someone to come to the landing pad. And then once you're comfortable, once you know that you could press E on the boat and it doesn't look like they're paying attention to you or say they're fighting scientists, etc., you press E on the boat and then you get in the boat and you shoot them and then you can disappear easily back into the water and do the same thing again because this pipe essentially gives you invincibility. Thank you guys so much for watching. Yeah, just abuse the heck out of these exploits. They're so broken, especially this peak like right here that I showed you earlier in the video. You can literally hold large oil versus so many people as a solo or a duo. Yeah, just improve the knowledge of large rig because if you know it well, literally numbers don't matter. You can flank any group and take so many wins. Thank you guys so much for watching. More videos should be out. Force wipes coming up. It's going to be a blast. Anyways, drop a like and a sub. I'll talk to you boys later. Peace.